So BitTorrent today is going in reverse. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with BitTorrent. Yo, what's going on, everyone? So today we're gonna take a look at BitTorrent BTT, see what's going on with it, because we saw the rally past few days and went absolutely insane, and now it's starting to sell off. So I'll just give you guys my quick overview on it and what I think. But first off, let's just look at the overall market. So Bitcoin has dropped significantly from the recent price points. So now we're looking at 56.5K, currently in the red. ETH has finally dipped below the 2K price point. So now we're at 19, pretty much 1994. And for the most part, we can see that we have the rest of the top 10 still maintaining their spots. But today we're focusing on BitTorrent. So let's just go and type in BitTorrent. And I made a video before, like going into, more of the abouts behind the scenes. So feel free to check that video out if you want to see more about what it is. But basically, if you guys don't want to see that and you just want to read like a super quick thing, pretty much the simplest thing is like file transfer torrenting, but essentially this is like the legal way of doing it, right? So I know torrent has like a negative connotation. It's been out for so many years, since July of 2001, and then obviously Tron, if you guys didn't know, aka Justin Soon, the one of the top cryptocurrencies as well, ended up getting it in 2018 of July. So it has some history behind it. So it's not just some random, company that just randomly spiked up recently. But I mean, look at the chart, guys. So again, if you've been following BitTorrent, you already know. But if in case you're like first time, have no idea, recently it has went absolutely insane, and now we see these sell-off happening, which is expected, right? So obviously these altcoins can't go up forever, and it's starting to sell off, and we'll deep dive into the charts in a second. But let's just look at the current price. So right now when I'm recording, it is 0.008, and this could continue dropping in the night as the night goes on, and even as the week progresses. Or we could see it bounce up and down and trade sideways for a bit. We'll have to wait and see. But right now we are currently ranked 24. Market cap is at 5.3 bill for this time. 8.1 fully diluted. And we can see we have 3.2 bill for the volume traded. So we can see that says a 56% drop, which could be a reason why the price did take a big dip today. And also because there's just less money being in. A lot of people sold off, took profits, and it's not as trading as heavily it was when it was reaching its all-time highs. And the circulating supply is just 659 bill, and then total supply we can see 990 billion. So, all right, there's a lot of fun facts about BitTorrent. And in case, again, guys, if you have no idea, you can check the market tab here and see the current exchanges that it's currently on, which are pretty much all of these right here. So Binance is definitely a popular one. If you're in the States, there is Binance US, but do be careful with some of these exchanges because they could suspend your trading depending on where you're from. But most cases, if you're keeping it on like a ledger or like, a USB or basically a private wallet off of the exchanges, then you should be fine. But that's just little fun facts here. Now let's go ahead and chop over to the charts, see what's going on. And before we get started, just remember this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Be sure to do your research before making any investments. But I'm using right now the Tether US pairing, and I'm using Binance as the exchange. So depending on which one you use, it could be slightly different in terms of the chart. This is the 1 hour time frame, and for the most part, I mean, you can see the recent spike in price, quite a large jump, and now we are selling off, and we're clearly below, or we dipped below the 50 MA. So this is indicating that we are downtrending, and it's expected there has to be some time where it's going to sell off, and now is that time. Now, for the most part, if we were to like shrink this down, we can see that we basically bounced off of this candlestick right here. And there wasn't really any other candlesticks to indicate a support level, right? So pretty much it's just going to free fall until we see it start to consolidate. And at least currently when I'm recording this, it has formed some support, looks like, in this area, which was like around like 0.0076, give or take. And then if we were to zoom in even more, we can see that it did slightly bounce off, but then it looks like we have a red candlestick forming right now. So it could continue to downtrend. So if this were to pass this price points, then we could see this continued downtrend. Now, if this were to continue trending upwards after I post this and it breaks out the 50 MA, then we could see some people get this rally up, see some people take profits and sells off again. But in reality, if we were to zoom out, and there's really the most support in this chart, is the clearest, most easiest, is basically around this like 0.003 give or take price point, right? So that's like a clear level of support where there's a lot more candlesticks, and basically that it has a lot more room to fall. If it can't maintain forming support in these areas, then I could see this potentially dropping down to here, worst case. And then obviously too, remember the actual Bitcoin price. So Bitcoin, it was doing much better, like plus 59 plus K, when BitTorrent was going crazy. So obviously Bitcoin's down now, so I'm not too surprised to see BitTorrent drop down as well. And also don't forget it did spike up super quickly too, which is going to sell off too as well. But let's just look at this dip. So basically at current price point, if this were to form some support at like the lowest level I see right now, I mean, we're looking at like a 60+% drop, give or take. And that's assuming that this were to continue downtrending and form support basically at the level where it seems like most candlesticks are. Now, if this were to reverse, then I'll make an update video by then. But at least currently today, just by this information, it's below the 50 MA. There's not much trading sideways because it's just such a short time period. So maybe throughout the end of this week, we'll have a better indication of where this price is going. And for now, at least, I say worst case, it could hit this price points. And then obviously you have the low here. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Now, this could bounce down, even form some support in this area. But for now, we'll just have to wait. And then if this were to continue trending upwards, I mean, we could just put a little trend line going up here. And we can see the potential areas if this were to continue that I would like to see it. If it were to keep dropping, bounce off, so that we can see a reversal and it can trend upward. But for the most parts, again, we had the massive spike. So don't be surprised that the price is going to keep dropping. But for now, at least, that was just my quick analysis on the current chart. Definitely, if I were to zoom this out, you know, look at like a longer time frame, like there's really not much we got working with, right? The RSI is indicating that we're getting closer towards the oversold territory. So yes, we could see this once it gets near towards this, the bottom of this data line. You can see here, basically these areas. Then yeah, we could see people buy back in, and then the price rallies back up. But for the most part, I feel like it's too soon to make that prediction. But either way, if you know this company, you understand what they're doing long term, this stuff really doesn't matter. So again, this is just like a couple of days. So you got summertime, not even May's hit yet, June. So again, we'll have to wait and see. But short term, it looks like we still got a lot of room for growth. So definitely do let me know your thoughts, your price predictions in the comments below. And aside from looking at the charts, I did try to see if there's any news updates regarding BitTorrent BTT. And for the most part, at least on Google News, I couldn't find anything recent. So if you guys do know any sort of information, new updates, or anything aside from just like, you know, previous old news like 2, 4 plus 1 week day ago, be sure to link those down in the description below so I can check them out, share them with any other people down there who's interested. And aside from that, you can obviously check out Reddit too. But for the most part, we really got no major updates besides that the price is selling off. And if you made it this far in the video and you want to get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850, then be sure to click the first link in the description below. Sign up for an account, and as long as you deposit $100 minimum or more, you'll be able to receive 2 free stocks valued up to potentially $1,850. And aside from that, I'll see you in the next one.